If you're building software in 2026 and you're not using Claude Code, then you're already falling behind. This is the tool that vibe coders and experienced developers are using to ship even faster. And by the end of this video, you'll have everything you need to start building with Claude Code. Let's jump in. So what is Claude Code? Well, it's this incredible tool that allows agents to access your actual code base. This means you don't have to use some web interface. We're copying code from the conversation and pasting it into your code editor. Instead, the agent has full access to your project files. So it can see your project, execute commands, and implement features for you. So if you're a vibe coder, you can simply describe what you'd like to build, and Claude Code will do everything for you. And if you're an experienced developer, Claude Code will help you ship code faster than ever. Right, let's have a look at setting up Claude Code. I'll leave a link to all of the resources in the description of this video. On the main Claude Code website, we get this command showing us how we can install Claude Code using the terminal. You can also open up this documentation page, which will show you different setup instructions based on your operating system. Since I'm using Windows, I'll simply copy this PowerShell command. This is the same command that we saw on this page. You also have access to a few legacy setup instructions like using Homebrew and npm, but these native installs are recommended. So if you are using macOS or Linux or Windows in a WSL terminal, then you can use this command. Since I'm using Windows, I'll copy this command, then I'll simply open up PowerShell, and then I'll just paste in this command. If you are using command prompt, then you want to use this command over here. The next step is to open Claude Code in a project folder. So I don't really want to use it in my main user folder, so I created this new folder, and all I have to do now is start my terminal or command prompt or PowerShell in this folder. Of course, you can also just cd into any project folder. That's perfectly fine as well. Right, now that we've selected our project folder, we can access Claude by running the command Claude. And now Claude Code will take us through a short setup process. The first thing we can select is our theme. I'll just go with dark mode. And then we have to log in. We can either use our Claude account with a subscription, or we can provide an Anthropic API key. Now the best option in my opinion is to have a Claude account. And there's actually a whole bunch of really cool benefits of using the Claude account as well. Firstly, you'll have full access to the Claude.ai website and all of its functionality. And this also includes access to Claude Code, which is the web-based version of Claude Code. Then secondly, you also have a fixed monthly cost, so there's no surprises. Claude will give you a certain amount of usage, and when you exceed that usage, it will automatically reset after a few hours. But it doesn't matter how much you use Claude Code, you will never exceed your monthly subscription fee. But if you just want to experiment with Claude Code without the need for a subscription, you can definitely go with the API option as well. So maybe let's have a look at this option first. Then from this screen, you can sign in or sign up for a Claude account. Then you can simply go through this setup process, and on this screen you can simply click on Authorize. Now I'm going to use a subscription method, so I'm not going to continue with this. But besides for authorizing that API key, you also need to load credit onto your Claude account. So all you have to do is go to console.anthropic.com, then under Manage, click on API Keys, and then from this menu, click on Billing. Then to add credit, you can just click on Buy Credits. Then you can add as little as $5 to your account. Now, personally, I'm going to use my Claude subscription, which is by far the best approach for using Claude Code, as these API costs can get really expensive very quickly. So I'll just click on Authorize, and now we're logged into Claude Code. Cool. So I'll just press Enter. And that's really it. We're now logged into Claude Code. Now currently we're running Claude Code in the terminal. And I know a lot of you actually don't want to work in a terminal environment only. I'm actually going to close this. I would recommend installing a code editor or an IDE. One that I would recommend is VS Code. So you can simply download and install VS Code. Another extremely popular code editor at the moment that's perfect for vibe coding is Cursor. So you can simply go to this URL and download and install Cursor. So either of these options would be perfectly fine. So after downloading and installing your IDE, I personally decided on VS Code for this tutorial series, you can simply go to File and open your project folder. Now there are many benefits to running Claude Code in an IDE. It makes it really easy for you to view all of the files in this project folder. It's also really easy to use source control to create things like commits and view the actual changes to your code base. Then under the Extensions tab, we can also install the Claude Code extension, which is a really cool looking interface for using Claude Code. But we'll have a look at that in a minute. So to access Claude Code, what you can do is click on these three buttons, go to Terminal, and click on New Terminal. Or you can press Ctrl and tilde to show and hide the terminal. Now to run Claude Code, all we have to do is enter the command Claude. And look at that, we can now access Claude Code. We can even say something like hello, and Claude says, hello, how can I assist you? So everything is working. Now one thing you will notice is if you try to create a new line, so by pressing enter, it will send a message to Claude. For example, we could say something like, please implement the following, and then you might want to press enter or shift enter to create a new line, so that you could list your features below this piece of text. By default, new lines do not work. So what you have to do is run a custom command by pressing /. By pressing /, you can see all the commands that are available to Claude Code. Now what we're looking for is / terminal setup. This will make it so that when you press shift and enter, you can create new lines. So I'm just going to press enter on this command, and because I've already set it up, I get this message. But for you, it will now set up your terminal to support new lines. So now when I hold shift and press enter, I am indeed able to add new lines. Now let's have a look at a few more important commands. One command that you should be using quite a lot is the context command. When you run this, you can see the current utilization of this conversation. Each conversation has a 200,000 token limit, and we're currently utilizing about 40% of that usage. You can also see some other interesting information, like how many tokens the system prompt is using, your MCP tools, current conversation history, and this auto-compact buffer. And I can also see the list of all of the MCP servers available to this agent. We will cover MCP tools in a future video. We can also see all of the skills available to the agent as well, and again we'll cover skills in this series as well. It's really important that you keep an eye on your context usage, because when you exceed this limit, the conversation will be compacted. This will basically summarize the conversation and all the details up to now, so I like to implement small features to keep this context window lean and to the point. And when this gets too big, I'll rather clear the conversation and then start fresh. Which takes us to another important command, and that is /clear. So when we run this, the conversation window was just cleared. Then if you want to close Claude Code, all you have to do is run the command /exit, and this will close Claude Code. Of course, we can also run Claude again. All we have to do is run the command resume, and this will show us all of our previous conversations. So I can just select the last one, and now we're back to where we were previously. Now, before we write any code, I do want to show you another way to access Claude Code in an IDE. So in VS Code or Cursor or any of these VS Code forks, you can go to Extensions and search for the plugin Claude Code. So it's this guy over here. After installing this extension, and when you press this button, it will open up Claude Code in its own little window. And this looks way more user-friendly than using the terminal. And when you press /, you still have access to some of these commands. I just think this interface might be a little bit easier to use for vibe coders or non-developers. Right, so irrespective of whether we're using the terminal or the VS Code extension, we can now start using Claude Code. Now, one of the first things you might want to do is change the model that you're currently using. At the moment, I'm using Opus 4.5, which is the flagship model from Anthropic. But if you wanted to change the model, you can simply run the command /model, and here you can select between Sonnet, Haiku, and Opus. I'll go with Opus. You can also enable or disable thinking mode by holding Alt and pressing T. Now, if you disable thinking mode, the agent will implement changes way faster and consume fewer tokens. But the quality of the code will definitely not be as good, so I tend to enable thinking mode. Now, by default, Claude Code will ask your permission to do pretty much anything, from using tools to running commands to editing files. So you can change this behavior by holding Shift and pressing Tab. Here, you can switch to Accept Edits On mode, and this means that Claude Code will automatically make changes to files or create new files without asking your permission to do so. But it will still ask your permission if it's going to run a command that could be risky. When we press Shift and Tab again, we can access Planning mode. In this mode, the agent will not make any changes to your code base. But this is where we can have a conversation with Claude Code to plan out our project. And in fact, by the end of the conversation, Claude will actually create a complete implementation plan for the project as well. Now, I'm going to use voice to text to generate this prompt. Hey there, I would like to create a to-do list app that uses a Kanban board to track the progress of the to-dos. So by default, there will be 3 columns in this Kanban board: to-do, in progress, and completed. To-do items should have all of the basic details, like the title, a description, a priority, and tags. So just like that, I think that's good enough, so let's send this. Now, Claude is currently investigating our project directory, and it's going to ask us a few clarifying questions. And this is such a valuable feature in Claude Code. These clarifying questions can sometimes trigger additional ideas and thoughts that I didn't even think about. Which front-end framework would you like to use for building this app? Now, if you're not technical, you can simply go to type something and just tell Claude to decide for itself. In fact, you can tell Claude Code that you have no technical background at all and it needs to decide. Now, I'll just go with its recommendation, which is React. How would you like the app to persist data, local storage, in-memory, or a back-end API? I'll just go with its recommendation of local storage. Should users be able to drag and drop tasks between columns? I'll definitely say yes. What styling approach do you prefer? Tailwind, plain CSS, or CSS modules? I'll just go with Tailwind. Let's submit these answers. And Claude Code will now create an implementation plan for our project. Now, as I mentioned before, Claude will ask our permission to run certain commands. And web search is one such command. So we can say yes to approve this request, or if we just want to auto-approve all future requests similar to this, we can go with option 2, which is what I'm going to select. By the way, this will also create this .claude folder with the settings file. And if we look at this permissions file, we can see Claude added web search in this permission structure. So while Claude is cooking, let me know down in the comments if you actually enjoy these types of videos and what else you would like me to cover in this series. And remember to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel for more Claude Code content. Alright, so Claude Code is just asking a few more questions, like should users be able to create custom tags? I'll just select the recommended option. Right, Claude just created the plan, so if we scroll back up, we can have a look at the implementation plan. So if you are technical, you can definitely go through this to have a look at the technical architecture, or if you're just vibe coding, you can simply review the core features or ask any clarifying questions. Now, everything looks good to me, but there is something I do want to show you. If I press escape, I can run / and plan. And now I can see the location of that plan. Now, Claude Code actually stores the entire plan in a file on your operating system. And we can see the location of that file over here. So if I open this, I can indeed see this entire implementation plan stored as a separate file. Now, this can be extremely useful, especially if you want to refer back to that plan in a future session. Either way, I'm happy with this plan. So what I'll do is switch over to Accept Edits mode by pressing Ctrl and Tab, and I'll just tell the agent, I really like this plan, please go ahead and implement it. And let's send this. And Claude also created this to-do list, which is a really nice way for us to see how it's progressing. You can show and hide this to-do by pressing Ctrl and T. Now, while Claude Code is running, it is asking my permission to execute all sorts of commands. And in editing, I'm probably going to edit all of that out, but if you are following along, you might notice that it can get quite annoying. So there is a way to run Claude Code without it ever asking your permission to do anything. So what you can do is run the command Claude, then add -- dangerously skip permissions. This will run Claude in YOLO mode. And now we get this message, bypass permissions on. Now Claude will run without ever asking your permission to do anything. So this is really not recommended if you're just starting off with Claude Code. But once you build some confidence in the tool, you can definitely run it in this mode, and I've personally never had any issues with it. Alright, so it seems like Claude is done with the changes, and it's asking to run the dev server. So fine, let's say yes. And now we can see that there's actually one background task that's currently running. So Claude Code is able to asynchronously execute commands. So this means that those commands won't block the agent from continuing. For example, starting up the development server for you. That's something that just kind of runs in the background, and the agent shouldn't wait for it. So what you can do is simply press down, and then we can press enter to view all of these background tasks. Let's open up this one, and here we can see that the dev server is running on this URL. So I'm just going to open this, and now we have our Kanban to-do app. Let's just test it out. So let's say buy bread, and I'm just going to create this task. Let's see if we can actually drag and drop it. This does seem to work, and let's see if this data is actually persisted. So I noticed after refreshing this page, the data is actually not persisted. So I'll just press escape to go back to our agent, and now we can say, hey, I just tested the app by adding a new to-do, but after refreshing the page, the item actually disappeared. So please can you see if the data is actually persisted? And let's run this. So while this is running, I actually do want to show you the benefit of having access to this implementation plan file. What we can do is open up another Claude session, and then we can drag this file into the conversation. And by the way, that's something you can do in Claude Code, is you can reference any file in the project by simply dragging and dropping it into the conversation window. And Claude Code also supports vision, so you can upload images as well. So you can take a screenshot of your app and paste it into the conversation. Then I'll simply go into planning mode and say something like, hey, please can you use 3 deep dive agents to review your implementation. Please ensure that it is actually complete and that there aren't any bugs or massive gaps in the solution. Now, with regards to these deep dive agents, Claude Code is able to run other agents in the background. So by telling it to run 3 deep dive agents, Claude will actually spin up 3 separate agents to investigate the solution in the background. And in fact, you can see it right here. Claude Code is now running 3 explore agents, and these are all running in the background with their own context windows. And as they complete their task, they'll simply give a summary of what they found back to this main agent. This keeps the main conversation lean without a bunch of clutter. Now, if I switch back to this first session, we can see that Claude is actually done. So let's try it again. Let's say buy bread. Let's create this task. Let's move it to in progress. Let's refresh the browser. And even after refreshing, our cart is still there. So this definitely worked. If we go back to the second session, all of these deep dive agents completed their work, and this main agent is simply summarizing the feedback from these deep dive agents. According to these deep dive agents, they found 4 critical bugs with 4 medium priority bugs, and it's just giving a summary of what it thinks is working well. This is why I love this workflow. So typically after implementing a change, I would start up a new conversation with a different agent and ask it to use deep dive agents to try and identify any issues. So I'll simply say fix all critical bugs. Trust me, this makes a massive difference. So Claude will create a separate implementation plan now for these fixes only. And of course I can review the plan or simply tell Claude to go ahead and make these fixes. But we'll dive deeper into sub-agents and background agents in a separate video in this series. So I think you now have everything you need to start your journey with Claude Code. But in this series, we'll cover all of the amazing features offered by Claude Code. So definitely subscribe to get notified as soon as I drop a new video. I'll see you in the next one.